Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Kansas Speedway, the next round of the Northwest iRacing Cup Series tonight. It is the Tom Denchel Auto Group, presented by Tom Denchel Auto Group, Hermiston Automotive. Welcome to our coverage on LSRTV. We're at the Kansas Speedway. And we're also live on CRN Sports for the audio coverage. I am Wesley Outland up on the top of the 5th floor of a hotel suite in Charlotte, North Kakalaki, joined in Spokane, Washington, after a nice 3 days of announcing racing himself up in the Pacific Northwest is Greg Ranson on the production chair as always. Getting stormed on is Charles Wooten in our production chair in Texas. But anyhow, Greg, good to see you back again. I know we were able to do the race at Charlotte last week, but Kansas unique racetrack. You could see 3-4 wide racing. You might see catfishing on the bottom. Inside, pack to pack, not a lot of cautions. Green flag strategy, pit stops. What do you think we'll see here for these drivers tonight?
I think it's going to be a race of attrition, Wesley. 134 laps on a 1.5 mile racetrack is going to click away very quickly, especially at a track like Kansas where, like you said, typically the name of the game is long green flag stretches of racing. So with that head about tire management, this track going to be very hot tonight. The track temperature at time of qualifying is 111 degrees. They only have 3 sets of tires on pit road, plus the 4 tires that they start the race on. So 3 sets of tires to work with on pit road. Tire management, I think, going to be very key in this race this evening.
Yeah, we kind of jumped the gun a little too quickly, but we'll go ahead and show you those sawblade.com weather conditions. As door sunny, 79 degrees. It's partly cloudy, but it is actually sunny right now with a wind speed blowing about 12 to 11 miles per hour. Track temp at 111. So, Greg, why is it track temp so much warmer than what the ambient temperature is, and what's it going to be like for these guys on windy Kansas tonight?
Asphalt gets hot, Wesley. The pavement gets hot, and that means the action gets hot here in Kansas this evening. So what that's going to do, these guys are going to be slipping and sliding around the longer the race goes on these tires. So they're going to have to be very patient with passing here. This is one of those tracks where this aero package really tends to shine here on the iRacing server. You can see a lot of side-by-side racing. However, going to be kind of difficult to complete the pass here. It's all about getting that run, timing your move to make the pass. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of side-by-side, but completing an actual pass is going to be very difficult here.
Ready to see what these drivers do as the drivers meeting has just concluded. They're getting ready to go to qualifying. We will join you for the Tom Denchel Auto Group 200 beginning at the driver introductions with the starting lineup presented by Team 126 Racing. Well, I know we jumped the gun a little bit, and we did show you the weather conditions presented by sawblade.com on the bottom right. Now let's go to the bottom left and take a look at the race on Texas 411 for tonight. Your race information calendar, 1 hour practice. That is done. They're currently qualifying right now, lap in to lock themselves in out of a 2-lap qualifying session. And then, Charles, as we talked about earlier tonight in the American iRacing League event, Greg, Kansas is going to be a totally different animal. It should be an exciting race. It should be wild. It's a 1.5 miles. It's just such a unique racetrack because it could offer super speedway racing. But as you mentioned as well, Greg, 200 miles, and this is 134 laps in a 1.5 mile track. That will go by quickly. If these guys, Katie bar the door and knock off laps quickly, this race could be done in under an hour and a half.
It could be a very, very interesting race, Wesley, to watch unfold here on LSRTV. Kansas, one of those races that it can be very, very entertaining, but it can also click away very quickly because a lot of action on the racetrack. However, we'll see, though, if the cautions come into play here. Typically, races at Kansas don't see a whole lot of yellow flag, but of course, as we talk about it, that just means it's going to happen more and more. We got the old announcers jinx here with us once again. So we'll see how the opening laps go. I think by around lap 25, we'll have a good idea of what we can expect the rest of this race to look like.
I think for sure definitely is. Hey, we are going to step away. When we come back, qualifying should be done. The starting lineup should be set, and we get you ready for the Tom Denchel Auto Group 200. Here is a word from our title sponsor. More in a moment from Kansas, LSRTV and CRN Sports with the Northwest Cup Series.
Every customer, every single time, needs to get our very best. From moment one, my goal managing a team here in the dealership is to make sure that that customer's experience is the very best that they've ever had. We expect and demand total transaction where the customer is wondering or not quite sure of what they're buying or what they're paying or those sorts of things. And having that transparency and doing things the right way is super important.
Is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto dealers, and with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
Welcome back to coverage of the Tom Denchel Group 200. It's also brought to you by Hermiston Automotive, Hermiston Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located in 3 locations. And Greg, I'm telling you, man, as we get ready to introduce the starting lineup here for this race number 11 of the season, if you count the duels, this is race 10 on points. But we are really excited what Kevin Smith and Hermiston and Tom Denchel Automotive Group have done in the last recent 3 weeks, being the new title sponsor of the Cup and Truck Series.
Really bringing a whole new aspect to this series, Wesley, and bringing a little bit more of the Northwest flavor to the Northwest Racing Series, presented, of course, by Tom Denchel Auto Group here in the LSRTV family with this group. So happy to have them on board, bringing, again, Northwest flavor to the series. And, hey, we got more room, too. This isn't just their thing. Get this series and help us out here, and we will definitely help you out as well. Tons and tons of potential sponsorship opportunities available to you. Let us know. Get in touch with us, and we'll get you in somehow, some way with one of these awesome races.
Yeah, for sure. Reach out. Call a friend. Be a friend. And join our friends at LSRTV, CRN Sports. And, of course, not just the Northwest Cup Series, but, of course, the Cups, the Trucks. We have the S&B Cup Series coming back on Wednesday night. Charles and myself will be on the call for that beginning this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You got the Trucks now. So now you got you got a doubleheader now, Greg. You got the American iRacing League on Monday night. You got the Cup Series on Monday night. Now you got the Cup Series with the S&B Cup Series in Season 3 on Wednesday night. And now you have also the Northwest Truck Series on Wednesday night. You got the Northwest ARCA Series. That's growing. You're raced in some of those events. You've got the Adrenaline iRacing League on that are coming up around the corner. A lot of great things going on as we approach the summer here for LSRTV, and you can listen on CRN Sports, as we're also excited to have them a part of our broadcast coverage as well for the Northwest Cup and Truck Series. And joining us right now is the one big man, the general manager of Hermiston Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and of course the Tom Denchel Automotive Group, and the driver of the 00 entry, ready to go into the Cup Series tonight, Kevin Smith. Kevin, thank you first off for being a competitor on the Northwest Cup and Truck Series. We've watched you for a number of years now. But talk about now having Tom Denchel Auto Group be a sponsor of the series.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just a great opportunity for us. It's a ever-growing competitive market, the automotive space. So any kind of creative ways we can go ahead and get the Tom Denchel Auto Group and our name out there and in front of people, we want to do it. And what a great venue or medium to be able to do that with you guys.
Okay, so Kevin, you have the Tom, basically in layman's terms, if you ever seen, Greg, the movie Independence Day, you remember whenever Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum had to go up into space and blow up the mothership? Well, the mothership is the Tom Denchel Auto Group. Everyone else is all gathered around in different businesses. So, but Greg, that's around your neck of the woods, those auto dealerships. You going to buy a car from Kevin? Kevin, you going to give him a discount?
Hey, baby, you never know.
Heck yeah, deals for everybody, deals for everybody.
I have always wanted to see myself in a Dodge Charger, so definitely. Sure thought What's in this race tonight, man? How is, let's go from business to business iRacing. What's your take of the 00 car? How's it going to do tonight?
You know, I think it's going to do okay. I mean, I think the biggest part, I think you guys have noticed too with me, is when I'm patient and kind of let the race come to me, I have much better results. You know, last year I'd kind of burn my stuff up earlier, I'd get into some trouble. Just trying to be patient, let the race kind of come to me and see how it plays out there towards the end.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Get back in there and get ready to go racing. That is Kevin Smith, the Tom Denchel Auto Group, Hermiston at Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We are glad to have them a part of sponsoring the Northwest Cup and Truck Series and tonight's Group 200 here at the virtual Kansas Speedway. Let's give it your Team 126 Racing starting lineup. On the pole, Sherwinski in the 96 machine. Sounds like a hockey player in Stanley Cup playoffs. To the outside, he's got 3 wins on the season. Blake Peterson in 09. Row number 2, we'll find Ryan Maines at the number 13. To his outside, John Annenbacher, winner at Daytona 2 years ago in the 89. Row 3, Kevin Smith, there he is in the Hermiston Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Jags Tom Denchel Auto Group entry. To the outside, it's Devin West. He's a 2-time winner this year as well. Moving on to row number 4. Caden Anderson in the 37 machine. To his outside, winner at Charlotte for the Cup Series last Monday night, Chris White in 83. And to round out your top 10, it's going to be Jeff Stabnow in 24 and Dan West Jr., also a 2-time winner this year in the 55.
Good to have James Thurston back in the field in the number 2. He'll roll off 11th with Justin Yee to the outside. The third of the Northwest Bumblebees, as we have a new one in the field. Talk about that later on in the race. Dennis Moore, 44, going to roll off in 13th with Briar Reynolds in the number 12 for Garber's Garage. Ryan Bloom and Carl Burke make up 15th and 16th. The owner of said Garber's Garage, Casey Garber, in the number 17th position in the 94, but Daytona winner this year, Stephen Paulison in the 58. Stephen O'Hare and defending Northwest Cup Series champion Sean Breitzman round out the top 20.
Moving on to the next row, it's going to be B.J. Drake starting inside. Outside, Frank Harris in the number 11. Row number 12, Corey Walters in the 9. 7. Row number 13 on the grid. We'll find James Viney, the Catman, alongside Troy Daggett in the 51. Row 14, Cole Rass, he's back in the 10. Tyler King on the outside in 21. Row number 15 on the grid, Dana Rogers and Dan Lowther. Let's speed things up for the rest. Number 16, Tillman and Bozier. Row 17, we'll find Hutchinson and Ritters. Row 18, and that's the lineup. Ready to go. What a field of drivers coming to the green flag. We're underway here at Kansas. The Top Group 200 is underway. They roar on the green flag. And, you know, for a second there, they look like teammates. Bumblebee and Bumblebee. There's a new teammate in Peterson's clan as they work off too.
And he's got the lead. It's Noah Sherwinski in the number 96. Another Bumblebee in the field tonight. Oh, boy, we're already getting 3 wide behind him here as Ottenbacher, Smith in the middle, and Caden Anderson trying to make a move up the inside. He's got help from Chris White, but it'll be the new kid on the block, Noah Sherwinski, leading lap number 1.
And ladies and gentlemen, you have a race that the Group 200 is underway. 3 wide, many are working their way up the high banks out of 2. Hit the back straightaway, back below the bottom of the blue cone. That's the commitment line when they come off of the pit lane. Great racing.
With Jeff Stabnow for that 10th position, so these guys have had a lot of speed, but Peterson the only one to find victory lane thus far. However, Noah Sherwinski looking very strong in the early stages in car number 96.
All at speed and still over Peterson. How about Ryan Maines, man? I'll tell you what, Greg, he's in a nice spot right now. That 13 car, he is the cream of the crop. He's at the top of the league. He's like a Breitzman or a Stabnow, or any of these guys that compete on the Northwest Cup and Truck Series. The ARCA, the Northwest ARCA Series was supposed to be like a development program. You've even got guys that are like top-tier drivers like Dan West Jr., like Caden Anderson, like Cole Raz, like Kevin Smith that even have said, we use that. Yes, it's a stepping stone for guys to build up their resume and to get better in iRacing. they use it to help them prepare for these big races like tonight.
Yeah, you get some extra track time at maybe a track that you're not really considering yourself very strong at. I mean, BJ Tiderick, he won a race in the ARCA series earlier this year on the road course, and that was really came as no surprise to many people in the series because Tiderick, one of those refined road course racers. So they do have limited starts in the ARCA series. These top drivers, guys who were in that championship final last year, like Tiderick, Frazier, Lowther, and those guys, they can make a few starts here and there in the ARCA series, much like what you see in the real life realms with NASCAR, the Xfinity series. Drivers can make 7 starts in the Xfinity series and 5 in the truck series. Actually, it may be 5 each now, if I recall, in a recent change. However, to pick their moment and picking tracks they may not exactly feel one of their better ones, as Dan West Jr. did here with this race at Kansas, and here he is up in the top 5. For the lead, Lake Peterson gets it.
Peterson up the outside. He'll lead here by Jawinski on the top spot. That's the second lead change of the race. Actually, correction, first lead change of the race, second different leader is what I was meaning to say. But look at Sherwin wants it back. He's on the inside of Peterson. The battle of the bumblebees as they work their way off of turn number 2.
Peterson, that 09, been the top driver in the series thus far. 3 wins on the year for Lake Peterson in the number 09. As you watch them side by side going on deeper in the field.
Back in the right rear. Well, he hit the wall there. A little contact with Dan West Jr. as well.
That could be
both
costly.
cars staying forward momentum, and we'll
Smith. We'll see what the car is doing after the scuff to the wall. That's the thing about this aero package. The slightest little shot to the wall can cost you, and I'm already seeing Kevin Smith. It looks like a parachute has come out on the...
Yeah, it's like it's already deployed. And speaking of parachutes coming out, how about drag racing, and how about my buddy? How about John Force?
This is the beautiful thing about the sport. You could be 15 in steel wheel, and you could be 70 in steel wheel. This is the beautiful thing about racing. Hey, we got for the 11th spot between Justin Yee and BJ Tiderick right now. Tiderick trying to get around Yee, put him back in the 12th spot. These two have been battling it out for a little bit now, Wes. I've been kind of checking in with this battle once in a while. New look on Tiderick's number 72 Ford. He's got Verizon on board this week, and he's battling with Justin Yee right now. And for Justin Yee in that 66, I think his goal right now, Wesley, he wants to keep that number 66 out of trouble. I know he's getting a little frustrated with, oh, we got smoke. Something's going on. Brightsman's around.
Oh, Brightsman had crashed under the start-finish line. Problems for the defending Cup Series champion. John Brightsman in 46 and a lot of smoke. And the caution is out for the first time. You mentioned he was making a run through the field, and on lap number 22, the caution comes out. Contact. He had help. Looks like Ryan Maines helped him, and then he jerks hard.
The Tiderick gets a piece. Taking another look at that, you see the number 13, Ryan Maines, was up in the top 3 earlier in this race. Something happened to Ryan Maines a couple of laps prior to this. We take a look at the aerial coverage presented by Pools. That's Maines on the outside. Brightsman there in the middle as Chris White takes a peek to the bottom. Does Maines catch the wall? Yes, he does right there, and it bounces right into Brightsman, who goes around, and then here comes Tiderick, dink, right there at the finish line.
So the yellow flag is out. For the first time.
And they're all coming to pit road, Wesley.
The entire cavalry coming down to the...
Couple of drivers stayed out here. Jeff Stabnow, the 24-0. Ryan Reynolds in the 12 staying out. I believe Casey Garber stayed out. So looks like 4 drivers stayed out. Huge contingent of everybody else on pit road.
25 of 134. Coming out, Jeff Stabnow taking advantage of this opportunity to stay as the the leader. Flag in the opening 25 laps here in Kansas. The Tom Denchel Auto Group 200. Back with more after a word from our sponsor on LSRTV and CRN Sports coverage Monday night. The Northwest iRacing Cup Series.
Every customer, every single time, needs to get our very best. From moment one, my goal managing a team here in the dealership is to make sure that that customer's experience is the very best that they've ever had. We expect and demand total transparency. There should never be a time in that transaction where the customer is wondering or not quite sure of what they're buying or what they're purchasing things. And having that transparency and doing things the right way is super important.
All right, people, we need your help right now. If you're praying, pray to the weather gods. Pray to the power that the power does not go out. We are back here live under severe weather conditions. Normally, in a real race, Greg, we would say take cover, exit the grandstand, seek shelter immediately. We're under a lightning warning. Unfortunately, Charles, our producer, is under attack by the weather. You're not in Kansas anymore. You're in Texas, but they're famous for tornadoes. There is a lot of red and orange on his Doppler radar. And just want to let you people know, if you're praying, people, pray for the broadcast to still stay on so we can still stay on the air. But most of all, for the importance of the safety of our buddy, Charles Wooten. Secondly, if we get knocked offline, I'm talking to you, him. If we get knocked offline, then know that that's what happened. The power went out at the official headquarters of LSRTV, and we have lost the production. Green flag back in the air, lap number 28 underway here for the Northwest Cup Series. Back to it again, Greg. Lap 26, my apologies. We're back to it again. And Jeff Stabnow, could tonight be the night he wins at Kansas?
Stabnow trying to break away. Kevin's called to stay out after tapping the wall a little bit. We have lost one driver thus far due to some connection issues. Just now, Scott Hutchinson parking it in the number 91. Notice who did not make the grid here tonight, Wesley. Seth Frazier did not make the grid tonight in the number 32. He's going to suffer a DNS.
A DNS? Oh, yeah. DNS.
Did not start.
Did not start, not a DNF. It was a
Wow, Lake Peterson in the 00 has already flown through the field and gotten the lead away from Stabnow going
Look
off
at
the
this.
turn.
Yeah, going back after him. What do you think, Greg?
Thinking I'm hoping the producer holds true to ear.
Talking about him?
Yeah, I'm talking about him.
Him is talking about again. Him
is talking about me.
I love. Come on, he sings. Why can't I sing?
Because your mic is open.
I can hear him. He sings and people can't hear him.
Singer on you, by the way. By the way, Tyler King, Racetrack King, up 18 positions from 28th to 10th. New biggest mover of the race. Top runner right now. Both of them are plus 18.
By the way, 100 laps to go already. Greg, we're already on lap 100 laps remaining. Joshua Altus is in the house. By the way, remember the SMB Cup Series presented by Appalachian Hauler 11 continues on LSR TV beginning this Wednesday. Now up the racetrack inside. Stabnow fell all the way back, Greg. Well, he fell all the way back to 25th, so.
That's a long fall. That no tire strategy, I think it's a safe bet to say that did not work.
Did we lose him? Sounds like he's having a heart attack. Yeah, he's gone into cardiac arrest.
Oh, battle break. Couple of red cars going after the Bumblebees as Devin West in the 5 is trying to put pressure now on Justin Yee and Chris White. Last week's winner at Charlotte, we didn't get to call that race, but it was Chris White, that number 80 inside the red car behind the other red car, the second red car. He was the winner last week at Charlotte. We didn't get to call the race as kind of the same thing that's going. West has to check up, and hello, Chris White in that black and red number 83 comes up to take a peek to the inside.
In the words of Ricky Bobby, excuse me, the bottom, and ready to go for a 2-for-1 special. Chris White there, and there's the man just going on behind him. He holds the field at bay in 4th as they go to the backstretch into that 3rd turn. And look at Yee up the racetrack. Devin West will follow corner. There's Chris White. Down to the inside. Greg said it. He won Charlotte last Monday night. We didn't broadcast it because, again,
I'm going to start calling it the Monday Night Thunderstorms that our producer has to deal with.
the Thunder Series. And him is telling us about the Weather Channel.
Well, you know how the Weather Channel works in racing, right, Wesley? You know how that works.
It's racing season when the weather's messing everything up. Yeah. Knows. Blame it on him, by the way. West. Whoa, look out. Maine's a little loosing there. Here comes Noah Caden Anderson. Ready. Jay Tidrick, the Darlington winner last year. He will give up. He's not in a good spot anyway. He's all the way in the back of the top 35. New fresh repair, Greg.
And he got a little piece of damage. Brightsman incident earlier, so
yes,
definitely a tough one for him. And he'll have to fight his way back.
Yeah, I was just going to say he did use his fast repair, and BJ Tidrick, only two so far of the 36 car field that have used a fast repair. By the way, one car, Greg mentioned him earlier. They are race Wednesday tonight. It's Joshua Altus is in our chat box. Joshua, I'm still waiting on my Olive Garden gift card from last year. I told him. And if he can reiterate that information. But anyhow, yes. What are you saying, 04?
Because if you notice what Josh Altus said, the S in Kansas this week. So Altus is not only enjoying the broadcast, he's studying. He's taking some notes.
Taking notes. Give him my Olive Garden card. When you hear your family. When you're not, you put it in the garage area. So, in all seriousness, though, we're looking for... You okay, buddy? We're hearing a lot of wind blowing over there. Swindlin, are you there? Are your instruments working okay? Okay.
Mark if you're in Cleveland.
He said, Mark if you're in Cleveland. No, Kansas. It's supposed to be Kansas. He flew from Texas to Kansas, remember? Oh, Toto.
Yeah,
he would have go find Toto.
Yeah, the wind picked him up and flew him there.
It's a twister. It's a twister, Eddie. It's a twister. No, hey, listen, no. Those are not to play with. I've myself last year, I think it was, come out the back door of my house, Greg. Have I ever showed you that picture? I think I showed it to Charles last year. I think I showed it to him. We had a tornado literally, okay, where my house is, out the back door. You look out the back door, you look through the tree line, and there was a tornado. Okay, and I'm not like any of these redneck southern people where they just want to stand and act crazy and take a picture. But I literally had my phone in my hand, and I literally took a picture. So, again, I became a redneck and took a picture, I guess, if you want to call it that. But literally, Greg, I was just blown away, and thank God, it did not. It didn't. Oh yeah. I didn't really get blown away. I was mesmerized by what I saw because it's the closest I ever been to a tornado in my life. And secondly, I knew that it was not coming towards us. If it was coming towards us, I would have got the hell out of Dodge. Yes.
Was there an old lady on a bike riding around in the tornado cackling?
No, this is not Wizard of Oz tornadoes. This is real life tornadoes. Okay.
You're the one that started quoting Wizard of Oz, so I'm gonna keep going on that one. Hey, Battle for the Lead breaking out. Battle for the Lead beginning the break as Blake Peterson has caught up to Dan West Jr. in the number 55.
Yes, he has.
Trying to reel him in. They're 3 seconds over third place Noah Sherwinski, who led the opening 12 laps of this contest, coming to complete the 50 right now. Big 5-0 on the board. Next time by as we work lap number 50. We race it out. One caution so far on lap 24 for Sean Breitzman's spin. Breitzman, by the way, has recovered to the 25th position, but still has a lot of damage. He did not take the fast repair. Stab now on pit road, Wesley.
Yep, Jeff Stab now to the pits. We'll see what kind of work needs to be done on his car. Going to the top shelf where Grandma hides the cookies from Grandma.
Are those the Northwest Sugar cookies?
I think so. Yes.
Northwest Sugar on the number 63 of Dan Lowther. However, Lowther with a bit of damage.
Speaking of Northwest Sugar, you got some cookies, and you held out on us, Greg.
I did not hold out on us.
You're supposed to. They were for everybody on the crew, and you ate them all.
I'll have you know, I haven't eaten one of those yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't you send me? It is race car map with Greg.
Announcer. Now in the number 72. On fresher tires, so he's trying to get up and get one of those laps back. However, not a good night for Tidrick in the 41. He's been kind of quiet, but he has an ARCA win this season in that number 41. He won Charlotte in that series.
That's right.
Allison. Kevin West on pit road in the number 5 pit.
That's the 14.
That's the 14. Our producer lied and said 5 car. That is the 14 on.
It was Lad Ronning coming down the said Greg.
Lad Ronning in the number 14. We're going to blame it on the poor internet connection on.
Yeah, believe it or not, that's the job of when Dale Earnhardt drove. Was it 97? I think it was. I think it was 97 because 96 was the Olympic car.
95. So yeah, that had to be 97.
Yes, and then 1998 was the
Wheaties, right? That was 98.
The Wheaties car was 90. The Wheaties car was in 97. The orange Wheaties car was in 97. That's it. Yes. Or was it 99? It was sometime in the 90s. I know that much. I know 1996 was the Olympic. He drove the silver car, the silver bullet car, because that was in Richard Childress Racing. I think that was 95. 90, because that's when him and Waltrip crashed each other, if you remember. 96 was in Atlanta. 1997 was the orange Wheaties car, because he was one of the athletes that were put on the Wheaties box.
Wesley, it was 2000.
And 2000,
this car.
What the hell? What do they call that car? Chroma key, the chroma paint car, winning something like that.
Something like that. I can't remember what the exact name was. It was in the year that his son Dale Jr. picked up the upset win in the All-Star race.
That's right. That's right. When he won the All-Star race. Yep. Then the next week at the Coca-Cola 600, he comes so close. Charlotte being one of the many drivers that was able to double.
Pop quiz.
And he ran out of fuel.
Quiz. Not quiz. What other 2000 rookie won that race? A rookie that year still won that race. Who was it?
Wasn't it Tony Stewart?
No, Stewart was in 99. It was another rookie in 2000 that won that race.
That won the Coca-Cola 600.
Yes, it was his only win that year.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Hang on, don't give up on me yet.
I think I stumped the Wesley.
It was his only win. It was his only win of the season, right?
Yep.
Is he still inactive?
But he's one of those guys that you never know when he's going to show up.
Carl Edwards.
No.
No.
You're on the right track though. You're on the right track though. You're gonna be mad when I drop this answer on you.
Matt Kenseth.
Yes, sir. Matt the Brat. Won that 2000 Coca-Cola 600. His only win of his rookie.
He said you had me, but you didn't stump me. I had to think about it there for a second. But yes, Matt Kenseth ended up winning that race in Charlotte. You're exactly
That's
right.
History of our great sport.
God, we're getting old.
Maybe you.
I got to figure
All right.
out why the cams of the sand aren't working properly.
All right.
Because you're not doing your job right, Will Duvall.
All right, Wesley. All right, Wesley. Here's another trivia.
We got to do our job calling the race. What's the trivia? Go ahead.
It involves this racetrack. I actually just saw something on this today.
Okay.
Who was the first ever pole sitter at this racetrack?
The first ever pole winner at Kansas. First.
Just saw something on this today.
Okay, are they an active driver?
No, unfortunately not.
The first pole winner at Kansas.
It was his first and I believe only career pole.
Oh my goodness. Oh no, Jason Leffler.
Yes,
Jason
sir.
Leffler.
Jason Leffler in the Chip Ganassi 01 car.
Yes,
His
and
only career pole, as far as I know. We do.
we certainly do. We do. We miss Jason Leffler a lot.
Battle for third. Chris White finally getting around Sherwinski in the 96 move. Last week's winner in the third. No, Sherwinski as he almost gets in the back of Garber. And this is
That's a three-car battle. That's a three-car battle for third.
Only battle on the racetrack right now.
Wow. Hi.
It's the only battle on the racetrack right now, and it's a good one. 3 cars battling it out in the top 5.
Back straight away, contact, and a little loosey there. Boy, oh boy. They were definitely giving the chrome horn to Sherwinski and their stripe. Halfway home.
Right at the line.
Halfway.
Got it. Chris White clears him.
Wow.
And here comes Stefan O'Hare going to make it a 4 car.
Are you kidding me? Look at this battle. The turn number 3. Peterson is there. Looks up the racetrack. Sherwinski now getting passed by O'Hare.
Stefan O'Hare still looking for that first Cup win. Has won in the trucks. He's won in the victory lane in the Cup car. Wants to change that tonight. He can get in the top 5 if he can get around Sherwinski here.
That's exactly right. By the way, we're just after half in this race. Late Peterson is out in front. It's the Denschel Auto Group 200. Greg Rentz, Wesley Outland up here with you top side. We are still on the air. Weather. We got our fingers crossed. It's lightning and raining in Charlotte, but not as bad as it is in Texas. And if you are praying, people, send a prayer to Wichita Falls, to our friend of the virtual world, that he will be safe with this weather. In all seriousness, not just to keep the broadcast on the air, but most of all for his safety and protection. Just definitely not being kind. Every Monday night, it seems. Definitely look like some bad weather here tonight.
Almost like Mother Nature got a copy of our LSRTV broadcast schedule and said, "Excuse me, I have something to say about this."
On a race in Texas, I don't think so. Look at O'Hare and West. So if we successfully get this thing, can we say, bam, we beat the weather gods? Was it?
Maybe.
Is that how you say it? Yeah, we beat the weather gods.
Got another weather update from our producer. He is right smack in the middle of that red, orange, and yellow. Which anyone who knows how weather works, it's not good.
No, and that means you're running for cover, and that's what these cars are doing. Teammates Cole Raz and Caden Anderson. No, I'm just messing. They're coming down to the pit lane, though. We have our fingers crossed that we can successfully stay on the air to the completion of this race. We were told they would stay on the air as long as they could. And we have green flag pit stops going on, Greg, on lap number 71.
Yeah, the Caden Anderson cars. Anderson, Raz, and looking to see if Casey Tillman is there also in the number 92. He's the third entry for Caden Anderson Racing. He's a lap down. No, he's still out on the racetrack in car number 92. Currently being scored 26th position. 3 strong for KAR tonight.
Cars on the pit lane. Ritters is in. Frank Harris. By the way, Greg, Frank Harris was so excited and felt so honored when his car was chosen to be as the cover picture for the race broadcast station today. Really enjoyed it.
And I love what those guys have been able to do. The guys making these flyers for us each and every week, twice a week. They have done such an amazing job hyping up this series, and they're using different cars every week. It's not the same 2 or 3 drivers over and over and over. They are getting some shine on the entire field every single week, and we love that about what these guys are doing. And if you haven't seen what we're talking about, like the Northwest Racing Series on Facebook, because they have done a spectacular job this year with promoting this series.
Yeah, they certainly have. Back across the line into turn number 1 and 2. Back straight away. There is Lake Peterson. He is the man out in front. Carl Burke, lap car, trying to go by as they work their way through the tri-oval back to the start-finish line. Peterson, West, Mains, O'Hare, West. Top 5. Greg, we've seen a pretty comfortable race as we see more cars come down to the pit lane. Here comes Tyler King. One machine. He'll come to the pits.
Tyler King up from 28th. He was up to 9th when he comes down pit road. Another car comes down, his teammate, Dennis Moore in the 44. Hey, he's got a new look on the number 44 this week. Got himself a sponsor on a number 44. He takes the fast repair. He's got Nicole Bryant photo on the number 44. She was the sponsor of Daytona this year for the Cup and Truck Series. Dennis Moore representing another one of our great partners with the Northwest Racing Series on his car this weekend.
I'll tell you something, we haven't took a while. We need to thank our sponsor, the Tom Denchel Auto Group, for sponsoring this race here at Kansas. Step away, and when we return, more green flag pit stops with Lake out in front, trying to go for win number 4 here with the Northwest iRacing Cup Series.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, right? Our Ram trucks, truck of the year, amazing trucks. We have fun Jeeps, and then the exciting Dodge and Chrysler products. Lots of performance there, lots of excitement there. They've done a great job in really creating a full scope product line that could suit everybody's needs. Whether it's a family vehicle or a fun vehicle or a utility type vehicle or a big truck, we've got it all for our customers.
Welcome back to coverage of the Tom Denchel Auto Group 200 Hermiston Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram sponsorship, again located in the Pacific Northwest, and we are back here at Kansas Speedway just after halfway, approaching actually lap number 80 of this event. Greg Rents Wesley out and still under the table waiting for cover, pressing buttons is Charles Wooten with bad weather in Texas. Anyhow, green flag pit stops continue. Devin West and Chris White on the pit lane, both winners on the series so far this year, Greg.
Yeah, each of them with a win on the series tonight. Devin has also visited victory lane twice in the truck series. And West has a little bit of damage on the number 5. I'm looking for him to take the fast repair here. Oh, he slid through his pit box just a little bit, Wesley. That's going to cost that number 5 car. He does take the fast repair, but that little slide through the pit box is going to cost him a little bit of time.
Keeping
White down the way.
They work their way. Yes, they are. Hey, Scar, you're in the way.
Yeah, you saw right there Devin losing about a second of time to Chris White in the 83. Work to do now.
Down below the bottom of the racetrack goes Chris White. There's that blend line. You know, we were on the American iRacing League broadcast. Charles and I were talking about that. There's that blend line, and you're not allowed to enter the racetrack until you cross the blend line cone. And Greg, if I remember correctly, there's an iRacing penalty if you do that, correct?
There is. It's a black flag.
Yeah.
But Wesley, look at the top 3 and tell me what you notice.
The Bumblebee clan are back in the top 3 again.
1, 2, 3, and Lake Peterson is half a lap ahead of everybody else right now. 17 seconds ahead, but his teammates Noah Sherwinski and Justin Yee are 2nd and 3rd. But by the way, Sherwinski got the wall a couple of laps ago, so I'm a little bit worried about that 96 car now, as another car making the left-hander on the pit road. There's only 5 cars on the lead lap right now, so believe only 5 cars left to make their pit stops, those being Peterson, Sherwinski, Yee, and Paulison.
They're trying to do what, man, to be honest with you, they're trying to do what
Here comes the leader.
Hendrick Motorsports did yesterday at Dover. All 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, another trivia question for you, Greg. Let's see if I can stump you. Besides Hendrick yesterday, what's the other team that's done that, and where was it?
It was Roush at Michigan?
Yes.
Aha! I knew it was Roush because I saw that yesterday, and I was thinking it was Michigan because it was like, well, back in that time era, that was in what, 2004, 2005?
It was 2002. Yes.
Yeah, back in those days, Michigan was the house that Roush built, so definitely not surprised to have seen that stat pop up. All 3 of the Bumblebees came to pit road this lap, by the way. This will tentatively, hand the lead over to Stephen Paulison. But Lake Peterson has a long pit stop, Wesley. Lake Peterson's having a long pit stop. He may have gotten a penalty.
Uh-oh. And his teammates are right with him. They're leaving him behind.
Yeah, Peterson got a penalty.
Peterson being left behind.
Fastest car on the track. Still sitting in his pit stall. 3 wins on the year. Still sitting in his pit stall.
What did he do?
He's just now rolling. He's just
speeding on pit road? You think he was speeding on pit road? What's the penalty?
Had to have been speeding on pit road.
Wow.
Here comes Paulison. He led a lap. He's coming down pit road. This will complete the cycle of pit stops when Paulison comes down. Oh, he's going to get a penalty as well. He was going way too fast.
Yes, he was.
There's no doubt in my mind that's a penalty. So that's going to give the lead back to Dan West Jr. in the number 55. Dan West Jr. up to the lead. Wesley, he's the points leader entering tonight. 2 wins on the year for the 55, plus 2 in the Truck Series as well. Showing once again why he's the defending Truck Series champion. He's had a great season thus far. Kicking off his title defense in the trucks with a win at Daytona. He's got a couple wins in the Cup side of things. A very, very solid outing. And he's just having connection issues right now. A big blink out of West.
Man, we've been seeing that a couple of times happen to Dan West and Devin West, so you got to wonder if it happens to the 55. Will it happen to the 5 as well? Meanwhile, we continue on. This race goes along, and as we approach lap 100, look at Dan West Jr. as now in that number 2 spot. I believe we have lost time in scoring. Possibly on my end. Yeah, it's on my end. I got probably that famous hotel internet. Got to reboot it again.
West Jr. is still leading the way right now, 3.5 seconds. Look who's up to second, Wesley. Razzle Dazzle. Cole Raz in the number 10, making his way up. You know, I'm going to give him a little bit of a hard time here. We were hanging out at State Line on Friday night. He was up in the stands. Caden Anderson was up there with us. Bryce Bazanzin, a bunch of us were all up there. Cole would not try the ghost pepper cotton candy I had. He would not try it. So I'm going to give him a little bit of a hard time about that. Cole, come on, man. Be a little braver next time, bud. Lost someone. I believe we have lost Wesley in the hotel room. So connection issues all around here tonight. Cole Raz in the number 10 up to second, trying to track down West Jr. in the number 55. 4.2 seconds behind. So Dan West Jr. trying to they're just click laps away right now. Closing in on about 40 to go here. I believe we got about 42 laps to go if my world famous announcer math holds steady. 43. I was close. Hey, math once again coming up just a little bit short. Stephen O'Hare up to third right now in car number 41. As we got about 40-ish laps to go, let's go through the field. Dan West Jr. leading the way into number 55. Been up in the top 5 for pretty much the entirety of this race. However, first time leading today. However, he's had some great speed in the number 55. Doing a fantastic job so far. 2 wins on the year for him. He won at Richmond and he won at Las Vegas, a track very, very similar to this. Looking for win number 3. Cole Raz in second in the number 10. 5.3 seconds back. No ghost pepper cotton candy for him here this week. We'll keep working on that throughout the course of the season. I promise you by the end of it, I'm going to get him to try it. He's in second right now in the number 10. Stephen O'Hare in third place right now. Car number 41, about 2 seconds behind Cole Raz. Up from 19th to 3rd. Cole Raz is from 27th to 2nd. Those are 2 of the biggest movers of the race thus far. Wesley, you're back and we're going through the field, starting in 4th. Chris White.
Watch out for Corey Walters. That was just a moment. We're through the field. And we're watching these drivers now with the number 4 spot on the racetrack. Doing phenomenal so far. Chris White, the Charlotte winner last week. This track's 1.5 miles. Charlotte's 1.5 miles. Could he be in contention in that CWR race in entry forward? Presented by Amsoil. That race is in. Devin West. What can we say about this young man? He sits in 5th in car number 5. He hasn't made all the races, but when he is here, his presence is felt. He dominated the dirt at Bristol, and now he looks to be in contention in this final closing moments. Tyler King up 22 spots. He's in the 6th position. The Peels Orange Special number 21. Will he finally break through to victory lane as we approach lap 100? This is probably one of the strongest runs he's had all year long. In 7th, Frank Harris. He sits in a nice, comfortable position, of course, and believe it or not, Greg, story about Frank Harris, he was actually planning not running this race tonight until Jeff Stabnow reached out to him, said, hey, give me the best picture of your car. We're going to let you be the promotion for the race at Kansas. He said, I had to do it for my Pacific Northwest friends, and he's got a great run going for him right now. Casey Tillman, last week in the wall at Charlotte, he sits in a comfortable place in 9th. Justin Yee, Dennis Moore to close out the top 10 as you continue on, Greg. These drivers just kind of lying in the weeds, waiting for the right time to go. Justin Yee in 9th. Watch out for the Bumblebee in the 9th position. That 66 car. He'll be ready to go whenever it's time to send it. And Dennis Moore comes so close to winning the other week ago in the trucks. Could tonight be the night for him in the Cup Series? He is a solid top 10.
We talked about the number 23 of Toby Ritters. What a fantastic run for that number 23 up in the top 10 right now, battling it out with Ryan Bloom right now for the 11th spot right now. Fantastic run for both of these guys. Bloom in the 25, heading up past Ritters in the Monster Energy number 25 Ford Mustang. So definitely having a solid run. He's another one of those guys, plus he's been very strong since joining the series. Again, we talked about Ritters, that new look, number 23, right behind him in that beautiful looking race car. Love what he's brought to the paint scheme side of things this year. Then we find Carl Burke in the number 53 in 13th position. Quiet night here for the 53. Up in 13th position. Just staying out of trouble, trying to do a nice job of it. Just got passed by Noah Sherwinski, who led the first 12 laps of this race and has since been kind of mellow out, just kind of riding it out, learning how to race the series here in the Northwest Racing Series. He just got around Burke for the 13th spot. How about it for the rookie for Team Ramrod, Troy Daggett in the number 51. Lead lap run right now for that number 51. 15th position. That's going to be a big motivational boost for him out of the Coeur d'Alene, Idaho area. Big run for him for Team Ramrod, the rookie for the team this year. And here he is in the top 15 looking for one of his career best finishes. Sean Brightsman, the defending Cup Series champion. We documented the problems he had earlier in the number 46. He's trying to fight back and salvage a good finish. 100 laps in the books, Wesley. Those are your 16 cars on the lead lap.
And other drivers that, we got to mention Troy Daggett, Ryan Maines, John Allenbacher, Stephen Paulison, and, of course, Tyson Blood. Those cars in the top 20. Mired back a couple of laps down, 1 lap down, actually. The number 09, Lake Peterson. And, this is right before I lost my service here, that Greg, what a tough for that 09. And it seems like this has been something that's happened to Lake Peterson on several occasions. We see Justin Yee there. There's his car 66 racing on the racetrack, and right now that's going on for positions in the top 10 between 6th, 7th, and 8th with Frank Harris and Tyler King. But with that being said, Greg, it seems like when Lake Peterson's on it, he's on it, and he does a phenomenal job. When he struggles, it's normally one minor mistake, and it costs him at the wrong time of the race, and he can't make it up.
And he's pinned the lap down right now. Cole Rouse just got passed by Stephen O'Hare for a second. O'Hare is looking for that first Cup win in the number 41 up in the second. Gets the spot away, but there's still 8 seconds back of Dan West Jr. just picking him up and putting him down when it comes to lap traffic right now in that number 55. Looking for win number 3 on the season, which would tie him with Lake Peterson for the most on the year. what a performance it has been here for Dan West Jr. in the 55, just hanging in there with the Bumblebees for pretty much the majority of the race, and then taking advantage of the miscue by Lake Peterson in the 09, and here he is leading the way and pulling away late with just under 30 to go.
Yeah, just under 30 laps remaining. We are on lap number 104. The Tom Denchilada Group 200 down to the cusp of the home stretch, and we told you this race would fly by quickly. I mean, you literally see this race being a 200 miles, 134 laps, and the thing is this is a small, even though it's a mile and a half, Greg, it's like a small track. You're getting around here really, really quickly. We're seeing that.
32 seconds lap times right now, but these guys are experiencing about almost 3 seconds of fall off right now as Dan West Jr. qualified 10th at a 30.9. His last lap, 32.7.
And only one caution flag so far in this race. So still a long way to go. Back up the racetrack at corner number 1 and 2 to the back straightaway. There's Carl Burke in that 53 machine. He sits comfortable on the racetrack in his position.
Cole Raz is coming
John
off pit road,
behind him.
Cole Raz is going down pit road. He has had enough of those tires.
Do we see late race pit stops, Greg? Do you think we're going to see him pit again?
I think that just opened the window for it.
And could we call that the money stop? For sure.
This is the money stop. Absolutely.
Yeah, the money stop is on its way for sure.
Question is, who else takes a shot at it? Carl Burke, the 53, question asked, question answered. So he's coming down pit road for tires.
And can we say, Greg, Carl Burke's had a good run tonight as well, man.
He really has.
I really am impressed with Carl Burke and Frank Harris. They really impressed me tonight.
Two drivers that were in need of a good run here, Wesley. Remember, I believe it may have been this race. It was this race or Michigan. Carl Burke almost won it last year, so looking for a bounce back. Thinking back more and more, I believe it was Michigan. But Carl Burke, he's been close to winning in this series, so he no doubt wants to get up there and get it done eventually. Nice run. Just get some laps in, get a solid finish in, and build some momentum. Moving on to Dover next week, and the caution is out.
Caution! Whoa! This changes everything. Yellow flag, trouble on the tri-oval. It's Hayden Anderson, and somebody else is smoking in front of him as well. So there's got to be some help. Hayden Anderson in 37 and another car up in front as well. Second yellow flag with under 30 laps to go, and our Pulse Popper fishing lures. Instant replay. Look at Anderson spinning. We had already caught it frame by frame, and we'll try to pinpoint exactly, Greg, where all this coming down the back straightaway now. We're going to figure out where this all coming loose.
Good look, it was coming off of turn number 4. And he was saying he needed a caution. Unfortunately, he didn't want to be the caution. Just catches the wall there off of turn number 4.
Who else did he hit, though? There was a car that...
I don't know if he hit them. I don't know if he hit them or the car... Oh, it was Tyler King.
Whoa.
Yep, he hit him.
Oh, well, yeah, he did. Or he didn't get hit, but somebody else hit him, and Tyler King got collected.
All right, here we go. Leaders coming down pit road. Dan West Jr., Stephen O'Hare. Everybody's coming, Wesley, and this is it. The money stop.
Can you say money stop? And we will take a quick break right after these pit stops are over. Here comes the cavalry. Onto the pit lane. Dan West Jr., Chris White, Devin West, Stephen O'Hare, Tyler King. Even though got caught up in an accident, he still keeps on going. He's on the lead lap. Dustin Yee, Ryan Blum, Noah Sherwinski, Sean Breitzman, Toby Ritters on the pit lane, and Ryan Maines did not pit. Neither did Troy Daggett or Odenbacher or Paulison. Free pass. I'm taking the wave around on the one to go to get back on the lead lap.
Wesley, there's tempers flaring there. Wesley, there are punches being thrown in the pit box of the 37 and the 21. They are having a massive disagreement over this right now. They are fighting with each other right now down in the pits.
So Caden Anderson and Tyler King definitely having a social war, if you will. Greg, give us more information about it.
From what it looks like, Tyler King in number 21, him and the 37 of Anderson having a disagreement on that one. A lot of drivers chiming in on it as well. Actually, believe it may not have been Tyler King. Believe it may have been Justin Yee in the 66 looking for confirmation of that, but there were punches being thrown. I saw just a mob of people down there and drivers being very disappointed and angry with each other here late.
So Anderson, King, Yee, we'll find out more information on that. We'll update it for you. Back to a quick break, the final commercial break, and we want to thank the Tom Denchel Automotive Group, Hermiston Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, as we get ready for the finish of their sponsored race here at Kansas, the Northwest iRacing Cup Series, LSRTV. CRN Sports back in a moment to the checkered flag.
Every customer, every single time, needs to get our very best. From moment one, my goal managing a team here in the dealership is to make sure that that customer's experience is the very best that they've ever had. We expect and demand total transparency. There should never be a time in that transaction where the customer is wondering or not quite sure of what they're buying or what they're paying or those sorts of things. And having that transparency and doing things the right way is super important.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
All right, Greg, so you've been able to get some more information on this Yee and Anderson situation. What you got?
Oh, just disagreement on how the wreck there unfolded, and drivers just not happy with each other. The pit crews were down there pushing and shoving. I think I saw a couple punches thrown. I saw Barney's brother Ted running down there, the track official down there in the pits trying to separate it. It was a wild situation down in the pits, but we're back on the green for the closing stages here. 21 to go.
You mean Milton Barney Fife Jr.? Barney Fife, his daddy? Is that who you're talking about?
No, it's his brother.
No, that's his son. And the flagman after.
No, I'm not saying the flagman. The
from Mayberry.
The flagman did not go down from the flag stand to break up the fight.
Right.
His brother was down on pit road.
Oh, right. All in the family. Across the start of his life. Laps winding down here. And out in front on lap 114 of 134. It is, believe it or not, Dan West Jr. and Greg. Dan West Jr. looking for his 3rd win of the year to tie Lake Peterson.
Trying to get up there, tie up with Lake Peterson, but Peterson's back on the lead lap, Wesley, in 13th. Does he have enough time? But he's got a lot of ground to make up in that number 09.
So Dan West Jr. won the opening race at Daytona to start the season, the defending Truck Series champion of last year, Northwest Truck Series. Then he won the truck race at Richmond and the Cup race at Richmond. He swept Richmond like his son Devin West swept Bristol on dirt. And now Dan West Jr. looking for his 3rd win this season to tie Lake Peterson. Oh, and by the way, Lake Peterson back on the lead lap in 13th position with the laps winding down, closing in on 20 laps to go. And the West family have now hooked up 1 and 2 off of turn number 4.
Devin West trying to reel in his dad, and Stephen O'Hare is lurking back there in that number 41. And last week's winner, Chris White, has also entered the chat. Tyler King, after having to take the fast repair, back in the top 5 right now, trying to reel him in. 5-car battle here for the win. By the way, defending champ Sean Breitzman, remember, he was involved in the first caution. He's up to 6th.
Ready to settle this out here. Excuse me. Stephen O'Hare down to the inside. You have the West family, O'Hare to the inside. Devin West is there as well. And they'll work their way coming back down to the start-finish line. Laps remaining down to the bottom. We might be able to get this thing into the finish and broadcast it in its entirety. There's the Team LSRTV entry.
We can pull that off. I'll be very surprised, very relieved, very happy.
And I got to say this. I admire Charles Wooten, our producer, for staying on the air for the battle for the lead. Devin West to the inside.
Trying to fight
O'Hare
inside of his father.
Time.
O'Hare can lurk
look
back there.
who's also there. Chris White's in that mix. Tyler King is there in the top 5. There's a couple of teammates right there, Greg, in the 41 and 21.
Let's set the situation here. You've got 2 of the dominant drivers this season, the 55 and the 5. You've got Stephen O'Hare looking for his first win in a Cup car. You've got Chris White looking for his 2nd straight win.
Here comes O'Hare!
And O'Hare to the inside of West. Could we go 3 wide for the lead as Dan West got the wall? Whoa. 3 wide for the lead!
Contact off of 4, 3 wide.
Devin.
O'Hare to the bottom.
Devin by 6/1000ths of a second at the line that time.
Wow. Are you kidding me? That could have been calamity. Now they're 2 by 2 like Noah leading the animals to the arc to the back straightaway. And Breitzman's back up there again in 46, Greg. Sean, here comes O'Hare to the inside. And West back in the wall again. He'll bounce off. He'll come back down. And now Devin West is left to fend for himself.
Trying to fend off O'Hare.
Oh, trouble! Oh, spin! West!
He saved it!
They got into one another. West
He's off the racing surface. West is off the racing surface, but the caution's out.
Oh, Dan West Jr. and Chris White got into one another. And the caution is out.
The dominant driver of the season and the guy looking for back-to-back wins. Well, one of the dominant drivers. It happened off of turn number 4. Right there's the contact. What a job by West and hold on here.
He got into the left rear.
Now
and
this, I don't know if this is what triggered the caution because he's off the racing surface. I'm wondering if something happened to Chris White further down the track. Amazing save there. Everything checks out as far as White goes. Kind of surprised that triggered a caution as they were beneath the racing surface there.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Do you pit, Greg? Do you come to the pits?
No.
You're under 10 laps to go. Do you?
No, you've made your bed here. You're ready to roll for the rest of this race. The only way I see someone coming down pit road is if they're going to try something. Top off on fuel maybe, but I don't see fuel being an issue. I think the only way they try come down pit road is if they try something to see about maybe getting a little bit fresher tire.
Wow, wow, wow.
By the way,
battle for the ages down to the stretch. Go ahead, buddy.
By the way, with this, look who's crept up into the 6th position now. Dennis Moore, another guy still looking for his first Cup win. Beaver State Racing has 3 drivers in the top 10 right now, Wesley. They have never won a Northwest Cup Series race as a team. Now they have 3 drivers in the top 5 or top 10 with 10 laps to go.
Shootout time. And O'Hare has one more shot at him. One more opportunity unless we get another caution. By the way, we are still in the distance of the race, not in overtime yet. We're not going to talk about overtime unless we get to that point. But Greg, the old cliche cautions breed cautions. Could we see that? Is patience gone now?
No. Patience is out the window. It is go time here at Kansas. We're going to have less than 10 laps to go when we go green. It's on now. What is it you say? Your famous saying late in the race?
Oh, Katie, bar the door. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it's on. It is time to go.
Ready to decide it. Devin West. Stephen O'Hare. Ready to go after that 5 car. You've got Tyler King. And mind you, Greg, let's be honest here. We got teammates in 1st and 4th. Sean Brightsman back up to 4th. That's your Team LSRTV teammates, Devin West, Sean Brightsman. Chris White trying to go for 2 wins in a row, by the way. He won last week at Charlotte. He's in the top 5.
His job just got a little bit tougher, though, Wesley, because he may have a little bit of damage as a result of the contact with West.
That's right. But in addition to that, you have the 41 of Stephen O'Hare right there in front of you, and the 21 of Tyler King. The Peels Oranges Racing teammates. And they are going to pounce like coiled cobras on their prey, ready to swallow them and gobble them up on this restart. The lights are off on the pace car. 1 to go. Devin West, don't spin the tires. I think that's an awesome piece of advice, Greg.
All you can do, lights off on the pace car. We're inside 10 laps to go. Shootout time here in Kansas. And Sean Brightsman up to 4th. Can the champions steal another?
Remember, Wednesday night, Season 3 kicks off with the continuation of the S&B Cup Series presented by Appalachian Hauler Hunters. Ironically, they will be here at Kansas on Wednesday night. Then, 11:30 Eastern, we are back here at Kansas for the Truck Series. Should be a good one. And again, thanks to Tom Denchel Auto Group for sponsoring this 200-lapper down to the final 10 laps. 9, make it 8 laps to go. When they come out of turn 4, back to the Geico restart zone, to the field. To the inside is Devin West. He'll set sail. He'll pull away from the line. Cream back in the air with now under 7 laps to go. And the turn number 1, whole shot to the 5 and 1. Teammates battle for 2nd.
Devin trying to break away. It would be his 4th career Northwest Cup Series victory, 2nd of the season. He won Bristol Dirt earlier this year. Can he fight back and hold off? But here comes the racetrack king, Tyler King. He wants his first ever Northwest Racing Series victory. Can he get a run to the inside? Gets in line behind Devin. What a run for Beaver State Racing. 2nd, 3rd, and battling in the top 5 right now. It is on from here. Can West hold on for 6 more laps?
6 to go. And we got a problem. Part number 12, Briar Reynolds on the bottom of the apron, but no caution. We will still stay green. And look at this battle. Sean Brightsman back up in there. What damage on the 46. The Bumblebees are starting to buzz their way back into the top 10. 6 to go as they go back into the corner into turn 1.
Peterson, Sherwinski, they've cracked the top 10 now, trying to fight their way up. Late in the going. Big run from Jeff Stabnow. Wants a piece of this action as he gets around Bloom. Stabnow not done yet in the 24.
5 laps to go. Back straight away. Look at Stabnow, boy. He's ready to get back in that dogfight as well. Will this be the turnaround?
Kevin Smith, he's trying to crack the top 5 now.
Yes, sir.
Where did he come from? He has cracked the top 5. Kevin Smith up to 5th, going for 4th. And
look at that.
Devin West loves seeing this.
Yes, sir, because as all that craziness goes on behind him, he is like, okay, you guys battle. I'm going to pull away, and nobody can run him down. What they need to do is kind of get into a single file pack, try to run him down. Look at Kevin Smith. He's looking for third. He's looking for third.
He's looking for second. He's looking for the lead.
He is looking for the lead. 4 to go. Kevin Smith.
He must be on fresher tires. 7 lap fresher tires. We said I wouldn't be surprised if someone deeper in the field tried it. Looks like it might work out because here comes Smith to the inside for the lead. 2 laps to go when they get to the line.
Kevin Smith, the Tom Denchel Auto Group, Jegs 00 to the inside. Devin West, 4 fresher tires are better. 21 laps, or it's not as good as 7 laps. Kevin Smith is pulling away to the line. He will come to the stripe. He will take it. 2 laps to go. They're in turn 1. Can he hold them off into the corner?
Look out, though. Here comes Peterson in the 09. 3 wins on the air. He gets around West for second. And West is in the wall.
Whoa,
Devin's
West in the wall. West bouncing off the wall. He's in the wall. Slipping, sliding, slamming off the wall. Here comes Peterson back to the inside. There's contact with Smith. Smith up the wall. Stab now. He's up to second now. CRN,
1 to go.
Wow. 1 more lap to go here.
Jeff Stabnow trying to get up there. It would be a career finish for Kevin Smith if he can hold on to 3rd. Casey Garber to 4th. Where did Garber come from?
Wow.
Stabnow sizing up a run. Stabnow to the inside of Peterson.
He's got a run on him. Here they come into turn number 3. They hold him off. Peterson looking for his 4th win. Stabnow trying to go to victory lane. And in this bad drought, he can't get there. Tom Denchel Auto Group 200 winner will go to Lake Peterson. His 4th win of the year. Overcoming problem with lap traffic. A pit road penalty. He will win here at Kansas. Jeff Stabnow 2nd. Kevin Smith 3rd. What a hell of the finish. The final 5 laps work tonight. Wow.
That was an awesome finish. What a finish. And Lake Peterson, the Bumblebee, fights back once again. Jeff Stabnow, his best finish of the season. P2. Kevin Smith, the 00, 1st career podium for Kevin Smith. A career best finish, leading with 2 laps to go.
So close in those 00 car to win and be there at the end of the top 5. And wow, what a finish here tonight at Kansas. Those last 10 laps are worth watching just on replay. Man, oh man. Look at the celebration. They're crashing. Peterson has still not been taken out yet. Kevin Smith was trying to take him out.
Big celebration for Kevin Smith. 4th win of the season.
Oh! Big. Ain't nobody hit the winner's car yet. Nobody took out the winner. Come on, somebody take out the winner. There you go, Korath. There you go, Ritters. I want to see a bonsai hit, though.
Oh, I think we're going to get one here in a minute.
There you go, Kevin. Oh, he did the beard.
Kevin had him lined up.
Oh, wow.
All right, let's take a look at the SawBlade.com unofficial results. That was a wild finish. We've got it here on LSRTV. Let's take a look at the results.
Lake Peterson is the winner. 160 thousandths of a second. Jeff Stab now in second. Kevin Smith third. Oh, so close to winning. Casey Garber fourth. Stephen O'Hare fifth. James Thurston, Sean Brightsman, Tyler King, Ryan Bloom, Chris White, your top 10.
Coming home in the 11th spot is Devin West, was leading with 3 laps to go. He falls to 11th after getting the wall at the end. Dennis Moore comes home 12th. Noah Sherwinski made his debut, led a few laps earlier today. He comes home in 13th. Ryan Maines, Toby Ritters, Cole Raz, Dan West Jr., and John Ottenbacher, your 18 cars on the lead lap. Then BJ Titterick and Corey Walters round out the top 20.
And Troy Daggett will be 21st. Tyson Blood, 22nd. Paulison, Tillman, Burke in the top 25 run. He had that finishing order does not match the day that Carl Burke had. Was in contention a lot tonight. Good run for him. Aaron Cooper, Frank Harris, Dan Lowther, Caden Anderson, Briar Reynolds, your top 30. A lot of good racing down to the end, and the rundown of 36 cars that started this race. Dana Rogers, Justin Yee, Ronning, James Vining, Scott Hutchinson. One car did not start. That was Ricky Bozier. All right, Greg, your thoughts, and I'm going to let you go, and we're going to have a very post-race because we got a lot of severe weather in Charles World right now, so probably a very fast interviews for each driver. But your final thoughts on this race at Kansas and the Tom Denchilada Group 200 did not disappoint.
Well, the race lived up to exactly what we thought it was going to be. A lot of long green flag racing, but that late race caution changed everything. And then it set up one of the most insane finishes we've had in a long time on LSRTV. Lake Peterson, win number 4 on this year, but he earned this one. He had to fight through traffic. He had to fight cars left and right, fighting it out. Go on defense at the end from Stab now. Kevin Smith, where did he come from late to get the top 3? Leading with 2 laps to go. What a performance by these guys. An incredible night for them. Unbelievable night. We're going to Dover next week. I cannot wait to head to the Monster Mile because another track that always seems to produce incredible finishes. Dover next week, but man, what a performance here tonight by these drivers.
And I will say this, Greg, in my opinion, and we always talk about this as we approach the end of the season, right now, number 1 in the race of the year. What a show they put on here tonight at Kansas. Thank you. Greg will step away. We will as well. A word from our sponsor of this race, the Tom Denchilada Group. And when we return, we will grab a word with our top 3.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, right? Our Ram trucks, truck of the year, amazing trucks. We have fun Jeeps, and then the exciting Dodge and Chrysler products. Lots of performance there, lots of excitement there. They've done a great job in really creating a full scope product line that could suit everybody's needs. Whether it's a family vehicle or a fun vehicle or a utility type vehicle or a big truck, we've got it all for our customers.
and gentlemen, get ready for a 1-hour post-race show here from the Kansas Speedway. No, I'm just messing. I'm playing, Charles. I cannot repeat what him said. Welcome back to coverage of Kansas Speedway. It is the Tom Denchilada Group 200 here at the Kansas Speedway. Checkered flag is out. When it's all said and done, Lake Peterson becomes the all-time winner so far this year on the series at 4. What a great battle for Jeff Stabnow to get off the schneid and somehow get a good, decent run in the points. Kevin Smith with his first career podium finish, and we talk to him right now. Kevin, is it getting better as a driver? Was it having the pressure of having Hermiston, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Tom Denchilada Group as a sponsor of the race? What made you get up on the high horse and have a good shot to even win this race but finish third tonight? Good job, bud.
Thank you. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. There at the end, obviously the tires certainly helped. Jeff kind of led the way in a little bit of strategy there, so super thankful for that. But I think I'm racing a little better. I think I'm racing a little smarter most of the time, and it's just yielding better results.
He definitely did. And I said this to Greg before we went off the air. In my opinion, this race right here has got to be in the top 5, number 1 in my opinion for race of the year, if we're right now in the category.
Yeah, that finish had just about everything in it, and we were blowing up through there and making moves, and then I come off a 2 there, and I'm legging in, get a little bit tight, and tag the wall a little bit, which let Lake get a run, and it was just a lot of fun. He did what he had to do. I'd have done what I had to do if I could have gotten back to him, but congratulations to Lake and that team.
Evan, can you attribute any of this to help you out with the truck race on Wednesday night? Could it help you try to go for that first win on the series?
I think so. I've done a little bit of testing with the truck. I actually think I have a pretty good truck for Wednesday night, so we'll see. Last week at Vegas, I got super, super tight, and I thought I had a good truck and just really couldn't drive it. So I've got high expectations for Wednesday. I feel pretty good about how I'm driving. And the Tom Denchilada Group, Ford Mustang, and Ford F-150 are just running real good right now.
All right, man. Good job, Kevin Smith. Third here tonight. The best finish so far in his career in Northwest competition for the Cup and Truck Series, because I don't want to be hashtag fake news, Kevin. You have won a Northwest ARCA Series event.
Yeah, thank you.
Kevin Smith for the 00. He will finish in third place. Second spot, Jeff Smith. Can I give you that? Can I give you the Jeff Stabnow? Yes, I was talking about Kevin Smith in third. Now I'm going to talk about Jeff Stabnow. Jeff, can I give you the halo glow? Man, how does it feel to get back on the podium and finish second? And you were literally so close. If this would have been another lap, could you have beat Peterson for the race, for the win?
Oh, I don't know. He's pretty fast on fresh tires, short runs there, long runs. I mean, I don't know. I would have liked to have another lap, so I could have tried the high line on him. By the time I got up close enough to him, we were on the final corner, so there was no shot on the high line. And I just got too tight there getting underneath. So, don't know. Would have loved a shot at it.
It had to have felt good knowing, hey, man, I'm at least got a decent finish. Things are looking up again, right?
Well, I think this is the first time I got the tire strategy right all season. So, and even then with like 20 to go, I thought we'd missed it. So, I think Kevin and I were the only ones that survived that early. I think there was 5 or 6 of us that stayed out and missed that skipped that first pit stop. And, Kevin and I were able to keep our cars running on the long run and keep them clean and put ourselves in position to take advantage of those fresh tires there at the end. Lake did the same on that second run, and holy cow, what a bunch of fun coming through the field there with just a couple laps left. It was a lot of fun. I'm happy to get second, happy to just survive that last 12 laps. And, like you said, I'd have loved to have had one more, but I got no clue if I could have pulled it off or not.
Well, when it's said and done, a good run for you. I really saw there were so many opportunities. We saw King and O'Hare show their strengths, and they fell back. West and Dan West, Devin West had their issues. They fell back, and it seemed like as all that was going on, you guys were just surging. and maybe it's experience as well, knowing when to go and to send it, and you did that, and you get second. Thank your sponsors, and we'll see you on Wednesday for the Truck Series.
Well, absolutely. First of all, we got to thank Prudential's Auto Group there just for sponsoring us here. Anybody that's looking for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ford, go online, man. They've got nationwide delivery, tons of inventory, and we, just can't thank them enough for helping us out, man. They've been huge for the Northwest Truck Series this year, and it's kind of neat to have a nice Northwest sponsor here in the Truck Series. So. If you like watching us race, at least hit their website and see what they've got going on there. Second of all, LSRTV. Guys work so hard on this. I know Cody puts his heart and soul into this. I know you do too, Wesley, Greg. You might be the busiest guy between your real job and announcing right now that I know. But you're getting it done. So, we love going back and watching this stuff, man. Thank you guys so much. And big shout out to Kevin, man. He had a great run, including some really good long run tonight. So, congrats to him, and congrats to Lake for the win.
A good run there for Jeff Stabnow. Again, his best finish of the season so far. Runner-up, second here tonight at Kansas Speedway in the Tom Denchel Auto Group 200. Victory lane we go. Fourth win this year. The Bumblebee strike again. He's even got another partner. It's a three-car team. Blake Peterson. You did overcome the odds, though, bud. You got busted with us entering on the pit lane with what should have been the money stop per se. Redeemed, coming back through, battled through that crazy last 10 laps. And pick up the win. Fourth win this year. Talk about it.
Yeah, if I could have choked it any bigger in that first stop, I don't know if I could have. That was it was one of those things where you tell yourself, just don't speed and everything will work out. And it was so inviting once I got onto the flat there, and I'll just put a little bit more throttle into it, and it did not stop. So, yeah, screwed myself on that one. And then I thought about coming in and just taking my tires when that caution came out. But I took the wave around. And man, I don't know how you go from having the worst luck to having some of the best luck, because we were set, me, Kevin, Jeff, with the amount of laps that were left and how many laps they had on their tires. I feel like that was extremely crucial to where we finished. And yeah, I didn't want to make contact. I tried to wrap the white line when I got underneath Kevin. Unfortunately, I made some contact. I didn't want it to be like that, but absolutely insane finish.
But it sounded like what everybody said. Hey, I would have sent it 8 tires are better than 4. You had the strong car. You had to get around Devin West. You had to get around Dan West. When did you know that it was time to go?
As soon as that green flag dropped on that last run, we had to go. Unfortunately, Kevin got a better start than me, so I was thinking to myself, wow, I really just gave this one away. And fortunately for me and unfortunate for him, he got into the wall coming off 2 there, and it allowed me to get big enough run on him to where I had the opportunity to pass him, and it worked out. Just extremely lucky. Got to be lucky to win some of these.
Fourth win this year. Can you just talk about what it means to the team, this new team? Because let's be honest, we didn't know you from Adam until this season at Daytona, and then you've come through and you've come right out of the gate and won. You won the race at Atlanta. You've won now 4 races this year. If I remember correctly, you won a couple of weeks ago at Darlington. 4 wins. You're literally beating the West family and Brightsman and Stabnow. How can you attribute this success you're having in this 09 and the Bumblebee race team in general?
I think a lot of it comes down to your teammates, because if you really want to be competitive in a league or any event, I feel like you have to put in time, and sometimes it's nice to not have to put in the times because we all have lives outside of sim racing. Sure. So with having really quality teammates and bringing on Noah now, I feel like I don't want to sound cliche here, but the sky's the limit for this team, I'd say, because we all give each other good information. We're all really positive with one another, and I think that goes a long ways with our success. And as I stated a couple weeks ago, I feel like I'm the one that's getting lucky right now. And obviously Noah has a lot of speed with getting the pole today, and I feel like this being his first race was a really good start. And I think Justin just has the worst luck in the world, and it'll come around for him. But while I'm riding this lucky streak, I'll take him when I can get him.
All right, buddy, before we let you go, thank your sponsors, and good run here tonight on that number 09.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone at Teams Keep Fleet Racing, Noah and Justin. I want to thank Tom Denchel Auto Group. It's really nice having quality supporters of this league. Everyone at LSRTV, everyone that puts on the Northwest Racing Series, Jeff, Sean, all the other admins that put in the time and effort to make this league as good as it is. So I appreciate it.
A good one, a big win, fourth win this year. The driver of the 09 machine, Lake Peterson, gets it done again for the Northwest Cup Series tonight at Kansas Speedway, taking the Tom Denchel Automotive Group 200. Well, that's going to do it for our coverage here tonight. Again, thank you to Hermiston Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Tom Denchel Auto Group for sponsoring the event, for sponsoring the series. And again, the trucks are in action right here at Kansas Speedway, beginning at 8:25 p.m. Pacific time, 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central on Wednesday night. LSRTV and CRN Sports for the coverage. For Jeff Stabnow and everybody at Rocket Media and the production chair, somehow surviving the storm, we got to the finish line, Charles Wooten. For Greg Rentz, my partner in the booth, I'm Wesley Outland. We congratulate again the driver of the number 09 and his fourth win for the Northwest iRacing Cup Series. He now goes to the top of the all-win list in 2021. Be good to one another. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe if you're amongst the bad weather. And again, we appreciate you for checking out and listening to the Tom Denchel Auto Group 200 on LSR TV and CRN Sports.